on, everybody? Welcome back to Karandrin role playing. I hope you didn't miss us too much during our somewhat extended break. But hey, we're back. My name is Kevin Manus Pennings, also known as Cracked Palantir. I will be your host and game master tonight for this episode 56 of Brise's Tale. And as always, my good buddy Max is here to play Brise the Paladin, who is beautiful and lovely, both Max and Brise.
Oh, thank you.
Max, say hello to the lovely people.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful night and are ready for episode 56, Karandrin.
That's right. So give us a little rundown, buddy, and tell us, for those who may have forgotten or are just joining us on the stream for the first time, why don't you?
Well, so what's going on at currently staying at Mia Grall's Keep, the goblin noblewoman who oversees the town of Balabry. There's been a lot going down after our wizard Adabir was incinerated magically on her premises, so the keep's been in lockdown, and I have permission to leave the keep, and I am to return at most in 7 days, hopefully with Faranar and possibly Plesh, the two wizards who were suspected of. Miagral suspects them because of rumors, kind of put into her ear. Suspects them of being traitors and spies of a neighboring lord. But I, know they're innocent and actually have a very important role to play in freeing the demon Kralum, which is our ultimate goal here in the stream. Everyone should be familiar with. And so we've just gotten a couple leads on Plesh and also on a man named Shalto who knows a wizard who works with Plesh and Faranar. So we spent last episode kind of looking around for that, and we're kind of continuing that this episode, making those contacts, having those conversations, all that good stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's a kind of a mess with Adabir's death.
As Karandrin is wont to be.
Yes. With Adabir's, we can't even say death. We have to really say murder with the murder.
You should add that to your organic article, like, this wizard dies in a noble's keep, and then all this stuff happens.
That's a really good point. I did, by the way, thank you for your input. I did, I added a paragraph. It's all I had time to add. I was going to do both the examples you gave me, but I added one. So that's posted. If there's a new article up on Karandrin.com, and so we're going to try to keep posting new stuff there as my sore head allows me to post. So hop on over there, take a look, and you can read up all about some of my thought process in terms of forming the world I've formed in my style of game mastering. So back to Adabir's murder. Now everyone's suspicious. Adabir was a friend of, to Lady Miagral. And
provided magical services.
Right. And his death has really ratcheted up the tension, everywhere. And so two wizards, Plesh and Falramar, were suspected of the murder because of unrelated accusations placed by Adabir himself.
Right.
And then with that being the case, and our suspicions as an audience and as a player, we suspected that Kralum himself killed Adabir, and
we did learn that last episode.
We did confirm it, absolutely. So So given that, um, um, Brise went before Lady Mutterall and said, "Look, that it's not who you think. That's not who um, killed Adabir." And Lady Mutterall says, "You've got a week to bring them before me." But they could be anywhere. They're powerful wizards who are trying themselves, have set their own personal agendas aside, and they're trying to gather resources for their own attempt to free Kralum and defeat this powerful sorceress, Verilag. And so you're in the neighboring town, just trying to figure stuff out and figure out a way to contact them.
Exactly.
And so where we left off is you had just left a conversation with the Trinidas, which are these wee fae, if I can find them in my list here. And the Trinidas had warned you that the undead creatures in a neighboring area called the Vetch seem to be becoming much more secretive and so on. And this all deals with everything going on. You just left them, and you're on your way to talk to these merchants that will know how to get to this large goblin city, right?
Right. I also did leave word with the Trinidas, see if they could seek Valranar and Plesh, who they actually overheard in conversation with Averdal, so they might have some to report hopefully soon.
Right.
But
So
not feelers everywhere,
I mean, that's all you can do, right? This is an organic game, and things are moving even when you're not moving. I just roll for the behind the scenes, and the world does not wait on a PC. It doesn't wait on a player's decisions. Things move. Um, so you're headed to the fine textiles place.
Right.
The name of the family was what? Remind us.
Tethril, Tethril.
And
L-I-L-L-I.
they do frequent business and have a frequent caravan going, a regular caravan going to Gorb.
Yes.
And so um, so roll to navigate. It's a very easy roll.
Yeah, they were pretty close by. It's a 22.
You turn the wrong
Wow.
way. You turn
Every
back.
shop is named Tethril.
Son of a whore. And so they've got a very high end shop, and this would certainly be a place that Aldrich should be informed of. So it's a tailor's. I mean, it's a regular tailor's where you go in and you would just get exactly what you want made, and um, you walk in. It's a young goblin woman. They're short, heavy bellied, spindly limbed, and she gives your lengthy, human body a once over and says, "We can't fit you, Longshanks," and laughs and laughs.
I would never even want to try on one of those crazy outfits you have.
And she laughs.
No, thank you. I've actually come to. I've heard that you do trade with the city of Gorb. Wonder if you have any caravans going out there soon.
Now, why would you be asking about that?
Well, you can see, I am a venturer willing to provide protection. If I can get some transport to the city, I'm looking to possibly go there.
Well, we definitely are short on protection, but you'd have to speak to my grandmother. She makes all the arrangements for the caravan.
Grandmama,
And
take her to me.
the next one doesn't leave for 4 days. I don't know if that's gonna shortchange your pay time because you'll just be waiting around otherwise.
Yeah. 4 days is probably too long. If it was 2 or 3, it'd be viable. But wait, what did we say was the distance to Corp? I estimated like a day or two, right? Travel.
Travel? No, I don't think you found an answer.
Oh, did I not?
Mm-mm. That's why it was one of the reasons you went there, because Tethril does it regularly. You would get a very accurate.
Oh, sure. Right. I forgot. Okay. I say, well, that depends. How long is the journey? How good I am on it.
It's a good paying journey for 10, 12 days travel.
Okay. 10 or 12 days.
The cook's good.
Less good at geography than I think I am. So I guess I'll just say, yeah, basically I need something faster. It's like, well, unfortunately, I need a way to get to the city faster than 10 or 12 days. So maybe another time.
I mean, by horse would be slightly faster. You could probably pay a coach to go all out, but even then, you're not.
Yeah.
If you can make it there in half that time, I'd be shocked. You'd be killing some horses to do that.
That is not the news I wanted to hear, but I'm glad. I mean, yeah, I'll just, she only knows of like non-magical ways, to get there.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
I would just, probably just, I guess, excuse myself, as in the most polite way possible. Just saying, well, sorry, thank you for the information, but
Well, hey, we are short. If you've ever got free time, and you wave her off and
right.
tell her good luck getting taller, and then
Exactly. I'll come back when you start making clothes for humans.
That's right, for decent looking people.
Yeah, exactly. Shop and somebody to try that.
Yeah, in some of these conversations, like I'm just tempted just to post some of the random captions we have that we might come back to, right? And just post them randomly. That would be funny to me to do.
Yeah, just something random about like Mia Grawl. Really funny if we like had like some like embarrassing like fact about the episode. He was like, "Oops," and you just like get rid of that, put it back. It's like, Aldruff is actually a woman. Oh no, I didn't mean to say that. And the keep tells me that it's 10, 12 days to gore. So here's something I'm thinking of. Is there I mean, I know I can teleport somewhere if it's in my mind, or someone else can teleport me there. So I guess it's possible to look for someone who's been to Gore before and could teleport me there. Maybe the Adventurers Guild.
That is true. Yes, you can basically ask them to be a courier service for you.
Right.
And so long as they're sufficient level, they would have the ability to take more than one person.
Right. Okay. So if I recall, I was at the Adventurers Guild, and then Molia's was close by, and then this place was also close by. So really,
yeah, it's kind of you've made basically an L.
Yeah.
And the keep sits at about the next line down below the L.
Mm-hmm.
The top of the L is Tethril's shop. The corner is Molia's, and the end of the arm of the L is your adventuring guild.
Right. Before I leave the shop,
Shoplift. All right, let's roll
exactly. Steal everything. It's so beautiful. I would ask her. I've been looking to get my I have all these gemstones. I want to get appraised. I have like 10 gems. A lot of them they're not the colors or type that I really like. So I'll just ask her if she knows a good gem appraiser in town.
I do, but we might look at them as well. If you're interested in selling, I can get my uncle from the back. We'll sew gems into garments, of course,
Right.
for Lady Meagraw's court.
I mean, sure, can't hurt to have an opinion. I guess, does that, out of character, does that cost money? Like, typically, would I be familiar with that, or just
In terms of appraisal,
yeah? Is that a service or?
um, I mean, you can do it as a service and just pay, right? Or you can give them the chance to buy it.
True. Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah. I mean, I would probably just toss them a few coins anyway. But I just want to make sure I'm not
sure, just
know what I'm doing. Yeah.
so
Yeah. He
this
can come out.
guy comes out.
And if we want to do this, after the stream or something, I've got like the list of 5 of them, or however we want to do it, if we think it's going to take a while.
Why don't you shoot me? What I'll do is, why don't you shoot me a chat and give me the specs on them?
I'll shoot you all right.
Dear Lord. And after Uvalde too. Uvalde. I don't like to call it Uvalde. I do.
Oh, okay, yeah. I kept calling it Uvald, like a moron.
Well, I mean, there's no reason.
Yeah, I guess, but I just felt really like it's so like serious. Like, yeah, that's shooting at Uvalde. What?
Right.
Uvalde. Yeah, I just sent you the list of the ones I'm okay to sell. So
yeah.
Hello, Bunny with Beans.
Oh, hey, Bunny.
Bunny with
Welcome
beans.
back. Thanks for joining us. All right. So what's next, sir?
All right, then we will go to the inn where I last saw Shalto, just possibly to see him. And I can find that. It is a tavern nearby one of the temples, I think. I didn't get the name of it or anything.
But I thought it was the tavern, right? I thought it was a tavern right across from the. Oh no, that's right. You were waiting. You were waiting there for the.
Thought so, yeah. Days right across from. Oh no! Here it is, right across from the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's
this whole area of town is like I'm just hanging out around here. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's what towns are for, right? You go
Yeah.
and you do various things on them. So,
yeah, let's just wind my way back to the Adventurers Guild and go to that tavern and see if I can find any heads or tail of Shalto. I've already left word at the Mulias that if Shalto comes in, they could tell him that I'm waiting for him at the Adventurers Guild.
Right. Well, of course, you're not. You're out and about.
Well, no, but I mean that I would like to see him, and I think, well, I can't remember where I said I would meet him.
So you make it there, no
Leave
problem.
note of the Eternal Lantern. Yeah, all right.
And you ask around. The patrons don't have any clue. And no one really remembers who you're talking about.
Oh. And if I describe him, he's ordered a lot of food, drinks a lot, talks a lot.
Roll for me.
60.
Looks like they've been paid to keep their mouths shut. If you had to guess, they're either afraid or they've been given money, and of course, that guy's going to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
What do you say, man?
I mean, it can't hurt to slip someone a few gold pieces and just see what info I can get. So, you know,
Well, you take them out, and they wave it off.
sugar, 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 sugar. Wave it. Okay. Well, I'll just be direct. It's like, well, apparently someone's paying you a lot to keep your mouth shut. Sure, I mean him no harm. If you can at least tell me, where I might be able to find him, just for a nice talk.
You might, rather than doing this, right? Because they can't. I mean, that they can't.
Yeah, I
They have no
guess.
reason to trust you, right?
Right.
But they have no reason to mistrust the note.
Oh, I see. Give a note to Shalta. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
What
No.
are you going to do? Complain about the note, right?
Yeah. I'll just the same kind of what I told the shop at Molia's, that just Brise would like to see him. If you see this, leave note at the Eternal Lantern. And
I mean, you want to leave more specific questions, like
no, because I think we brought that up last time. Is that actually, I don't know, why didn't we make it more specific?
are you worried about it?
It might seem like I'm prying in his business, whereas this might be more of just a casual meeting.
I see.
Oh yeah, he seems like the person that might. But I mean, I guess either way, right? Because if it's too vague, he might mistrust it more. So, but I think I'd rather go with vague than specific.
Okay.
Get him to talk. So yeah, just if you could leave him this note, then I'd appreciate it. And I'll leave 5 gold coins with it. I guess if they won't accept the money, but I'll just put it on the note when I slide it toward them.
Sure.
Sure that it gets.
They take it.
Okay.
What next, sir?
Well, that's a great question. I think I am actually out of things to do. So I was going to go back to the Adventurers Guild later, but if it's been so soon, I could just hang out there.
Yeah.
And anyone new who comes in, ask them about Farunar or Plesh. What was it? What was the guy again? Teller Aldref. No. Telwick. He told me someone knows about. Oh, I see. Telwick will be back tomorrow. Someone will be back. Okay, I'm out of money, so never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just hang out at the Adventurers Guild. Thanks, and anyone bide my time, just do some reading, and anyone who comes in, I'll just make some conversation with them and see if I can get any info.
So when you first get there, I guess you probably want to revisit anybody that you've already talked to regarding transportation to Gorb.
Yes, might as well. Yeah.
I have to revisit the stream. It's actually, I guess the first question is anybody there? No, those guys have already gone up to the room or back in business or back
Right.
working their own agendas. There are several. Well, there's 2 lone adventurers. They seem very seasoned. They seem.
Smell them from a mile away.
Is that paprika? Jesus Christ! Like paprika. So let me hop to the NPC roller, which I should have opened. Dadgummit. Recent items. Where is Excel? There you are. Let's get you a race on these guys. See what they are. All righty. So our first adventurer standing around, it's a human woman. While she's not that old, she has long, straight white hair. That's really cool. Um, and she's sitting there. She's got her back in a corner. Um, and she has her eye on you as you approach. She's middle-aged, unkempt, uh, average height and weight. Where's her appearance? Oh my dear Lord, she is as pretty as you are.
Oh my gosh.
She is gorgeous.
Mm.
She is in robes. She has a staff with her.
This guild isn't big enough for the two of us.
And that's it, as you will learn in just a moment. So, what would you approach her? What would you like to say?
She wasn't here before. This is
She was not here before.
okay. I'll start off with just that I'm looking for info on two wizards.
What language? You are an adventuring guild.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Goblin, because we are here in the Goblin City.
She stops you and she says, "Do you happen to speak Thax? Your accent suggests you know Thax."
Yeah, okay. I'll switch to Thax. Well enough. And
Says, "Forgive me." And she stands and she bows. She extends her hand to you. She introduces herself to you as Amalor, Ammallor.
Okay.
Asks for your name.
I am Brise. It is a pleasure to meet you, Amalor.
And I mean, she's very formal.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I'll get straight to it. I'm looking for some information on adventurers by the name of Farinar and Plesh.
Not really adventurers, are they?
Sorry, I meant to say wizards. Yeah, wizards adventure, wizard adventurers. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that. Farinar and Plesh, just willing to compensate for anything you know. Specifically, if you know how to find out where they are, get in touch with them.
I have heard of Plesh through other contacts of mine, but I do not know him.
Okay.
The other one you seek, I do not know.
Okay. I asked any your other contacts, do they frequent him at certain locations? Maybe worked with him before? A chance you can speak with them.
I hesitate to speak on their behalf. I can say that where he was known, he had some dealings with the dwarves south of here.
Okay. That's pretty vague.
This is when you decide to attack her. I know you. I know you. I know your play style.
Doesn't seem like the person to bribe, but I'll ask: is there? Well, I assure you, I'm, am, this is for a very important cause. I'm wondering if there's any way I could, you know, persuade you or to gain to trust me.
I,
Perhaps I
I guess I should have you roll and her roll about your impression of one another.
right. 23.
She's a tough read.
Yeah.
Um, she says, "I don't trust your intentions, but it is not my place to speak for my friends."
Okay. I don't trust your. Whatever. Okay. Fine.
But
I
you
understand.
know, for anybody new to the stream, Max is a very pleasant person. He does not get irritated. I mean, hardly at all. But this also relatively pleasant person has crossed the line. So
Oh my gosh.
he's like, whatever. I don't time.
Out of my sight. No, I mean, I say, well, then you're a loyal friend. That's a good trait to have. So perhaps you perhaps you could instead advise me on another matter. Do you know of the city of Gorb and any place to get there quickly? Any way to get there quickly?
It is quite a distance.
Mm-hmm. So I have heard.
The roads through the mountains are winding. There is no direct route. This region, as you may know, was controlled by the dwarves. So those roads link up. The roads north of here belong to the elves. So they link up that way. But the two don't really interlink that much. And where they interlink is not the most comfortable, not the most direct route.
Right.
There is, of course, teleport, but I take it you've never been there.
Not, or else I would be there. Would be
It's
talking.
quite a distance for someone so young.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I always forget teleport is at 1,000 miles.
It's based on
1,000 pounds, 50 miles plus 10 miles of level. Yeah. I'm level 8 now. So
level 9 now.
9, 90, 140.
Probably level 10 if we ever finish your experience.
Probably. So yeah, 150 is like pushing it, I didn't even think
I mean, you don't have any idea if it's pushing it or if it's, it's,
well, right. Yeah. I mean, just, I don't want to be too numerical, but just, 10 days of travel is quite a distance.
Yeah. So I want to tell you how I figured out how I would decide distances in mountainous territory. Right? Like on roads, right? Because I know I'm not accurately drawing what a road would look like in a mountain, right? So what I did is I measured I found two cities on Google Maps in the Rockies.
Oh, yeah.
And I found two cities connected by a single road. And I did it several times. And I did it I did a measurement by flight, as the bird flies.
Right.
And then I did it as, then I used Google directions and just found the actual distance. And so what I found is that the range basically is 25% to 40% more.
Right.
Than your flight distance. And so then I said, okay, we'll call it medieval travel. We'll call it 40% more for whatever we're doing. And that's how I now do distances.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, the Rockies are great because they're very middle height,
right.
Not too steep, not too.
Yeah, right. So I'm just kind of proud of that. Wanted to brag.
Yeah, unless you're my aunt who lives in the mountains and literally just drives like 50 miles up and down the mountains, miles an hour.
Oh man,
because you do it every day, so you just get used to it.
Yeah, I have a friend. She grew up in at the on the foot. I mean, right at the foot of the Appalachians up in northeast Tennessee. And so, like, we'd be driving, and I'm like, "Is that road around that blind bend? Is that one lane?" She goes, "Yeah."
Right.
What do you mean, yeah? That's not yeah. That's I'm never driving here
What are
again.
the chances another car is coming around the corner?
Yeah, and I'm just there was a bridge you could at least see, but the bridge was one lane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you run out of bridge? What is going on? You guys want to die. That is the deal. Anyway. Um,
So yeah, I'm like, this is exactly why I'm looking for someone to teleport me.
that that I could help with.
Okay.
Let's roll a double aught on that bad boy. Um, what compensation were you thinking?
Well, for a simple teleport, willing to. I guess it'd probably be just she has to name a price in gold. Can't really make an offer. Given that, her and I are both adventurers, I don't know, be the right amount.
I think this is what she wants.
Stop sending me orgasms in the chat. Damn, Kevin. I do say, I'm a little short on just pure gold.
I'll take impure.
Impure gold. I don't know what would be an appropriate way to like name a price. I mean, I could just say like offer 40 gold pieces. Just throw that out there. How would 40 gold pieces sound? Teleport is a powerful spell, but it is a renewable resource.
Oh my God. Obi-Wan, that's so
What have you done, Obi-Wan? What have you unleashed upon this chat?
Well, now this is a great opportunity for Brise to give it a try.
Brise has this guy.
Oh, Obi-Wan,
Teleport's there immediately.
That is so good. Oh, by the way, Obi-Wan, I'm kind of okay with your new show on Disney. Anyway.
No.
She kind of just turns that offer down flat. She's like, perhaps you have an item, scrolls, potions?
I could definitely offer some scrolls. Let me see what actually I got in terms of potions and scrolls. I would be willing to give her. I'm probably not going to need too much of these because I already have my nature's tome. I say I have a couple. Speak with control animal tomes. Scrolls. I could offer you 2 of those.
That sounds fine.
Okay.
She really has need of those. Good Lord.
Okay.
When would you like to leave?
2 days from now. Most likely.
Let's say first light 2 days from now.
Okay.
I'll meet you here. If anything changes, simply leave word for me here.
All right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
She rolled a double aught.
Teleport has been there before and was willing to help me. Nice.
So now you've got a way to go, and now you've got a future idea how to get to places you've never been.
Just get a bunch of tomes of Speak with Animal. Scrolls.
That's the main currency. It's like the only thing Uber accepts in this world is the specific scroll, Speak with Animal.
Okay. Got that written down on my goals. And good. So I will, good day to her. And I said there's one other kind of new person around.
Yes.
Go ask them similar question.
Hey, can you take me to court?
Just say it really loudly. It's like, I can offer you one scroll.
Male continental elf. He has got a buzz cut. I mean, you've never seen someone really. I mean, it's extraordinarily rare to have hair that short. Usually, it's very, relatively long.
People with weird hair.
I know. To get white hair, the only roll that gets you white hair is 99.
Oh wow!
On a 1 to 100, it's 99 is the only one that gets you white, and I think 100 is multicolored. So let's just take a look at who this guy is. What's his?
In Chicago, and there was a raver. So she had like multicolored hair, like dyed. I'm like, that's very impressive, but also very dedicated.
I had the strangest conversation. Oh no, it's not. I can't say it's the strangest. I have definitely had stranger, but it was a very interesting conversation with this young guy, and I was younger too. I was probably mid-20s, and he was probably early 20s, and he had like a buzz cut, multicolored, something like that, and then he was talking about. He's like, "Oh man," this was when I was living in Georgia. He's like, "People here, man, they walk around like they're asleep. They dress like just so boringly, and like their hair." I'm just like, I said, well, tell me what would excite you, like what would impress you. He goes, "Man, a girl with a mohawk. Oh man, like if you go to Phoenix, Arizona, oh my God, those women are amazing." And you're just like, wow, you are really specific. I mean, you were just, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm
Nobody
like,
wanted. Yeah.
I'm like, well, whatever, man. Knock yourself out. So, so you approach. Where's his stuff? Do you speak Elven? Remind me.
I think so. Why not?
Why
yes,
not? You
pretty
do.
well, as well as I speak Goblin.
He says, he said, "Not interested. I don't know these people you're looking for."
Just do a quick roll to see if he's telling the truth. How do I feel about him? 68.
It's hard to tell because he's not even looking at you.
Right.
But your gut tells you he does know, but he just don't want to be bothered. He knows something.
Okay. Is he doing something right now, like reading, or is he just?
No, he's just his shoulder is to you. He's turned with his back to the rest of the room. He's got a drink. It looks like he's been doing some whittling with a dagger. It's on the table along with just a short stick.
Okay. No, I mean, I'll just slip kind of 5 gold pieces or jingle some gold.
I mean, these guys are seasoned.
Oh, true. Well, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, they are. It's not matter. I mean, it's just information, right? So I'll just, can't be that much. So I'll just jingle, a gold pouch. Sounds like there's a lot in there. Really poor, actually.
Anything.
Kevin got me a really bad deal on those gems. 6 gold pieces for all those gems. I thought they'd be like, each one would be like 10 or something.
Well, one of them was basically half that money, and all the others were just lower end. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of opportunity for you to risk death to find more.
Oh, absolutely! Can't wait. I'll jingle a gold pouch and say it's just a little bit of information, and I'll be out of your way. You're willing.
He's like, "You're not getting anything from me. I don't stick my nose in other people's businesses, and neither should you."
Jesus. Okay. That's it's a little aggravating. It's like, well, yeah, when the world ends, okay, then yeah.
Well, I mean, again, this is one of those sort of risk
Yeah, do
moments,
I push him kind of a little bit?
right? I mean, what's he going to do? Is That's the thing I
Right,
don't
you're
think
in a
players
public
think
place.
about.
Yeah,
I mean, let's say he punches you.
right.
Okay, you know,
I've
it's
been
not.
punched. Now it's time
Yeah,
to put it back. Yeah. Let me. What would my choice of words here? Um, it's let's just try to play with him a little bit. It's like I feel like you do know something, and what I'm trying to. Uh, no, I feel like
your goal.
yeah, like and I need to assure you that what I'm looking for will help a lot of people. Um,
That's not. I mean, you always undersell this to a ridiculous degree.
okay.
What's really
I guess I should instead say the lives of people are in danger. It's like if you have any information, you're not telling me the lives of everyone in this town could be in danger.
again, you undersell it, but at least you're. Yeah,
I
just,
know
just
he's not going to believe me if I over exaggerate it. I don't know. Maybe he
you're
will.
not exaggerating is the point I'm trying to make.
Yes. Oh.
He's like, Jesus Christ, keep your voice down. He grabs you and plops you down on the seat next to him. He looks at you hard. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, the wizards, Plesh and Farinar, are helping with some research that is extremely important to save the lives of many thousands of people.
How do
They
you
have
know Plesh?
How do I know Plesh? I know Plesh because they spoke to me once regarding this issue. Some news has come up, and I need to inform them about it. They're more skilled than I am, obviously, and hard for me to get in touch with them than it is for them to get in touch with me.
Yeah, I know the feeling. What?
Avalarians? What?
Avalarians would be the dwarves to the south.
Oh, Avalar. Okay. You should call them Avalarlanders. Avalanders.
Who died? I'm so confused, Obi-Wan. What are you talking about?
He died.
You should go back to memorizing scripts for your show. Um, um, he's like, you're in the wrong part of the world if you want to talk to Plesh.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm sure he's got contacts here, there, whatever. He's usually in North Nargaz.
Okay.
The only time he comes down this way is if he's been called by certain allies.
Hmm.
And for that, and he sort of looks around like he's very cautious. It's like, that means the Eagles.
Right.
The Eagles can get a hold of him.
Right. And I, just maybe add a little more credibility to what I'm saying. It's like, yes, we've already spoken with the Eagles, and they are hopefully going to find him. But I thought I'd try as well. Oh, Obi-Wan, you like the guy said Jesus Christ. I'm like, who are you talking about? My uncle, Jesus Christ.
By Astellin's labia. You had better
Astellin's twin labia.
triple
The triple-breasted whore.
with her potion of anyway. If you've spoken to the Eagles will get word to him.
Okay.
So I would go wherever you think either the Eagles will find you or Plush will find you.
Interesting.
Even I don't know where the Eagles have outlooks, outposts, things like that.
Right.
I should check his level. I should be able to get Josh to modify this for me. It'll just roll the level directly. Oh, where's his level?
Your NPC roll or doesn't roll the level? Or it does, it's just
It,
an space.
it rolls it as a number that I then have to look at a chart for. Because I didn't
see.
have because I waited on
He's level 99.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. You don't want it just linear. Yeah, you want less.
Right. Well, and we remember our great level debate. Remember we talked about, and so that's why I waited on that. I said, well, let's give me a number. That's a starting place.
Yes.
And then when I
scale accordingly.
Yeah. So it's crazy. You should see we'll talk about the level chart after the stream because like it's crazy now. Like it used to be so much lower powered, but now we realize the consequences of the game. It's like it can't be. The odds that you meet a level 2 character, I mean, you'd meet somebody in their first week of exploring. That's ridiculous.
Right, literally, yeah.
So now your averages are like, I mean, like an average roll is like level 15, 16, 17.
Wow.
So seasoned, but not crazy powerful.
Right.
It's
kind of like almost reminds you of RuneScape, old school RuneScape. You'd log in and just if main area is swarming with experienced players,
right?
Like gods, but like pretty advanced people. You're like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
I better get better quick.
Right.
The people who drop off, but then you have the people who kind of keep playing.
Right.
It's the majority. Okay. Usually in North Argos. Well, then maybe I'll well, yeah. I mean, I guess if that's all the information he has, I'll thank him, and you're doing information is extremely helpful. You're doing a good service, and sorry to bother you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Good luck.
Okay.
Well, you've sort of knocked out some stuff here.
Interesting point he makes too, that I should go where the Eagles would find me. It might benefit that I might actually camp out, the rest of the day in that kind of clearing I found near the keep. I'll keep.
Yes, although you do have conflicting staying at the inn waiting on Shalto.
Right.
But God, these guys rolled crazy high. I mean,
yeah.
For Gorb, that chick rolled a double aught, and then for Knowing Plesh, this guy rolled 144 or something.
Right. Let me think. And I think what I'll do is let's go and set up a camp in that spot in the wilderness. I can do a teleport into town just later in the day, see if anyone has left any notes for me.
Yeah, but Shalto does not strike me as the one who's the type to just.
Oh, true. Yeah, just kind of like.
Oh, okay. I've got time to leave another note to receive another note. I mean.
Yeah, good point.
So I mean, I don't know. You're gonna have to split your time. That's the only way I can see you.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't we then stay at the place where Shalto is frequents, right? For until it seems like late afternoon. Just hang around there, and then we'll go and set up camp. In that area away from the keep, but hopefully with a good vantage to see if any eagles are seeking me.
Right. So yeah,
the best plan of action.
Right. I mean, I guess you could just expect to just teleport there, spend the night in the camp, right? And just maybe give it till noon, and then you come back. I mean, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about taking a break? We've only got about 5 minutes to the our mid mark that we generally sort of
Yeah.
set,
Yeah.
and and maybe what I'll do is before we get back, I'll just roll some things up before we hop back to the stream, and
Okay.
then we can do a
Yeah, it is
quick.
kind of a waiting game right now, so we'll see.
Yeah, so we can sort of save our audience that. So, guys, if you don't mind, we're going to step away and stretch our legs and refresh our beverages. We hope you do the same, but we'll be back in just a few minutes with the rest of the stream. Thanks as always for hanging out with us, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Um, we left Brise sitting in an adventuring guild, which is, essentially an inn where they provide special services to adventurers and they allow such odd creatures. Um, and Quinn's break, man, gained 2 levels. Quinn is finally level 1.
Well, I'm glad people want us to shorten the break.
That's right. That's a good indication. So I rolled through your evening and sort of stopped us basically basically let me see, what time of day was it? Was it early afternoon? Is that right?
Yes.
Right.
No, actually, I haven't had lunch yet. It's probably late morning.
Are you sure?
No. When did I have? Did I have lunch at the Keep?
I'm thinking you had
Very early morning when I saw Fraldrum.
met, talked, packed, left. A couple of hours to get down to the base of the mountain. So yeah, I'm thinking.
I guess it probably is
So
afternoon.
I think you had lunch at the. I think you had lunch at the tavern, at the adventure.
Yeah, it says here early afternoon when I leave the Keep. There we go.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So
afternoon.
Who am I talking? Oh,
Pizza Inn
damn it!
wings.
Oh man, I love Pizza Inn. Quinn knows I love Pizza Inn. So Quinn and I grew up roughly in the same area, and there is a Pizza Inn downtown. It's one of they're not many left. And
yeah,
man,
it's familiar.
Oh man, I mean,
they've been downgraded to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut is worse. Pizza Inn is definitely better, particularly their beef. Their beef is so good. So all right, we're gonna do that. You and I, when I'm in the clear, we're gonna do that. You and I. So the so you brought your tomes with you, right? You're pretty well packed up to leave, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had you read a tome for an hour and a half.
Sure.
About as much as you. So choose a tome, add an hour and a half to it. What tome are we doing?
Well, that's a great question. I finished Way of the Spirit. Is that correct?
Yes.
The last level. And so we're saying since then I've been reading Eyes of the Spirit.
Right. All right.
Which is a very powerful, a lot of detection, information gathering, night vision, ears of the hair.
All right. And the so you eat not a lot of coming and going until mid evening when you're sort of oh my God. Thanks, Quinn. What could
Quinn just donate $1,000 to the stream, and
that's right. That's right. And your Discord stream, you have to call Pizza Quinn.
Pizza Quinn. Quinn. That's great.
I rolled for sort of things that interesting of happening, and like this one big event is what really makes the day. Just after you finish your supper, basically, adventurer comes in clearly just off the road, and she is quite a sight, and you really hope that she teleported in and walked immediately to this door because there is no way there's not going to be pitchforks and torches after her.
Gosh.
So she is heavily armored. She's got chain on. She's got helmet, greaves, the whole works. She's heavily armed. Bow at her back. I mean, your first thought is, this is someone who is weaponly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They should put more restrictions on bringing those weapons into places.
That's right. but she is. I mean, she's a. So I mean, she's clearly more on weapons than she is other things. So she's skilled at arms and hey, oh, I tucked that in there. Where is my dang? Oh, there it is. Boom. Of course, I'm gonna hide everything else I need. There we go. So I mean, it's. I mean, she's got a composite bow on her back. That is clearly pretty awesome. She has a broadsword in her hands, and that is no joke. And she's got two hand axes on her belt. Um, um, and she is just burst into the room. She's her cloak is torn and ragged. It's also fur lined, so she apparently has been somewhere where there's some cold going on. But most shockingly, she has this serpent hovering off of her shoulder. It is not made of flesh. It is made of bars of gems.
Whoa.
And it is just flying in this pattern 8 sort of and coming back.
Oh my God.
There's this strange, almost as a bar sort of comes by, there's sort of this buzzing noise, each one with a different tone. And it just goes, and its head is sort of heavy gemmed head with fangs. People have come and gone, but it's not been a lot of traffic here generally. People sit up with alarm when she basically just blows open the door and marches in. And people like reach for their weapons and stuff like that. You have a hard time. I mean, you're kind of like, I wish that I was as ready as these guys. You sort of just stumble back.
Yeah.
And she just lets out this big uproarious laugh, and she's like, "Be calm, be calmed." And she just laughs and says, "My little darling won't bite, will you? No, you're my little slave, aren't you? You will do exactly as you were told. Oh, cute as a kitten, this one. Pretty, isn't she?" And the whoever's running the bar at the moment, is like, "Hey, look, you can't just." And she just takes a pouch, clearly jingling with coins, and she goes, "Make that lighter," and throws it to whoever's running the show. And she is just gregarious. She sheathes her sword, walks into the room. The door's still left standing wide open.
Oh my gosh.
She
this is who I want to be.
This is who you want to emulate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just tits to the wall, and just doesn't care. She sits down, and she's like, "Food. I'm a member now, or will be once he starts counting change." And
will be like that.
and takes off her backpack. It's got a couple bags hanging from it. She plops those down. This thing is still just kind of going back and forth.
Right.
She's like, "Under the table, love, under the table." And so it sort of just so it doesn't distract everybody. I mean, the thing is just beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe stretched out, it might be a little over 6 feet.
It's probably worth 10 gold pieces.
It might be. I mean, it's worth more than the shit you carry. Anyway, it's so it goes down and it just continues, like it just never stops moving underneath there. And she sits down. People bring her money back. They, and you wonder, like, even goblins, you're like, did they take extra? Did they dare take extra?
Yeah.
Right? Is it like, well, she's serious, like she really doesn't care about money, so yeah, I'll take an extra 100 gold. I don't care.
Right.
I mean, and they bring her food, and I mean, she just sort of sniffs everything and nods at everything. She's like, "Bring me more of this one, especially." It's like, bring her more.
Oh my gosh, what a character!
And I rolled crazy high for a lot of crazy stuff,
Yeah,
and just the level of her encounter, and then the NPC roller complied and gave me like a really high roll for her level.
right.
I haven't done the math on it. Um, I guess
Seen
that's
some
44.
crazy places for sure.
Yeah. So rolling a 44 is level 20,
Oh wow, that's impressive.
and she is considerably higher than that. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
so she sits down. She takes out this beautiful long pipe. Um, it's got a black mouthpiece, and then it looks like sort of carbon pearl, opal, something
Mm,
material. Um, it's of some great fish with the tail split over the mouthpiece, and then it goes, and then the bowl of the pipe is the fish's mouth open.
mm.
Um,
That's cool.
and very long. I mean, the thing is 18 inches long.
Yeah.
And she knocks it on her boot, and she begins filling it and eating at the same time. Um, and so there are people now coming in alarmed from the street,
Oh my god.
and like the staff are having to deal with them saying it's fine, it's don't worry
Great.
about it. Some are clearly standing in front of this adventurer to block the creature under the table, block their view of the creature under the
Right.
table,
Right.
using aprons and things to
Yeah.
shield. And she sits there and doesn't care about any of it. Um,
I'm curious. I screw reading. I'll just like if I have some time, just kind of see if I can get any stories from her. And kind of watch her for a while.
no, this is actually after you're done with most of your reading, and then
Oh, okay. So
um,
later, yeah.
so yeah, you sort of watch her and just you don't want to interrupt her meal.
Right.
You know, um, people watch her, and you can see them half smiling, um, and sort of that it takes all types kind of smile, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and she doesn't appear to notice. Um, Sort of about a third of the way through her meal, she reaches into a pouch on her side, which you now, given what she pulls out, you figure it has to be a pouch of holding because this object is really large and bulky, and it didn't appear to make an impression on the bag.
Right.
But it's this fat idol, maybe of an ogre, some sort of toothy, sort of beefy creature with a big gut.
Mhm.
It's kind of squat. Um, the idol is of a light blue stone, and she's just she pats it and she sets it on the corner of the table, and and one of the adventurers gets up. Roll for me.
11.
um, and walks over to the bar or whatever. And when they come and sit down, no new drink or anything, and a wait staff comes over, has a conversation you can't really pick up,
Mm.
and um, and she says she responds to this wait staff just saying fine, fine, no, fine. I mean, if she scares everyone, and takes the idol off the table
Mm.
and puts it back in her and I would say purse. How sexist is that of me? In her pouch,
Yeah.
um, you know, of Bluta. Oh, clever Quinn.
Buddha.
You know, that's actually Boda. The fat Buddha is Boda, Bodha. He was like the 13th incarnation of Buddha. I don't understand that part of it, but it's a Chinese folk hero.
Oh, okay.
And he's laughing and smiling, and he was known to be like sort of symbol of mirth and joy and thing and generosity.
Right.
But it's Bodha, and I don't know the relation between him and Buddha,
Right.
but there is a relationship there. But anyway,
My thought was always that was the Buddha before he fasted, and then after he fasted, he's like the skinny one that's very like calm.
um, so yeah, so she just eats and stands up after a point in her meal toward the end. I mean, she's really wrecked the place,
Yeah.
and she she undoes her chain armor and just lets it slip off, and then she stretches and she throws it down,
Mm.
yells about getting a room here, and then plops back down, and then pulls some money out and just sets it on the corner for whatever the room's going to be, you know.
Right. Right.
And then they remind her, you remember now, you always have a room if there's room. So she sweeps it back. And so there comes a time where she's just lighting a pipe and they've cleared her table and she just
Right.
has drinks or whatever. And you feel it would be okay to approach her if there's ever a time, it would be now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Would definitely make my way over there and just see if she notices me, see if she's all right with having some company.
Let's
Mind if
see,
I pull up a chair?
get her stats up. So she's average looking, little on the short side.
Hmm. Is he
Red
human
hair.
or?
Yeah, she's a human woman. Um, you can't place her accent, so it doesn't sound like she's from one of the four nations, the four lands,
Hmm.
and you would be familiar too with the ones up north, the Wanadar and the Plainsmen. You would have heard those periodically throughout your life, especially being
Right.
from the north and the Elven states. But um, so you approach, and she pushes a chair out with her boot before you even say anything. And she says, "What are you drinking?"
Well, I say I shouldn't have too much. I've got some business later, but I'll have an ale for sure.
And, flags them down. Says, "Best you got." Just points to you.
Oh my god!
Slaps you on the knee. And gives her name is Ravish, Rauvish. You missing that to you?
Yeah, rawish. Ravish. All right. Well, I just could not help but admire your um, what's the word I'm looking for?
Style?
Style. Yeah, your funk.
You're funk.
Very funky.
I haven't showered.
Funky is good, but funk is not. That's not.
Right.
You make quite an impression. Is that all? Can't be all on purpose, I imagine. Yeah, pretty experienced. You look like you've been around quite a lot.
Oh, it's a wild world out there, and I intend to see more. But you must have your own share of tales.
Well, a few. I haven't been venturing nearly as long as it looks like you have been.
If my pet nips your foot, just kick hard.
All right. Yeah, I say pet or familiar or something
Oh, I
about it.
wish a familiar like this. That would be lovely. No, no. Little Trinket is my little pet. I can order him about and such, her.
Mm.
But I can't see through him, her. Damn it.
Oh, I see.
And can't give real sophisticated commands like you could to a true familiar.
Mm.
But
Interesting.
has other uses. You have a lock you can't pick. No worries. She can eat the lock.
Okay.
Anything else you want to direct this
Yeah,
conversation?
no, I'm just more curious about it. So it's um, just really curious about like the creature, So, I mean, does it, does it eat? I guess it just levitates whenever it wants. Doesn't seem like it really needs much of anything.
It feasts on metal, generally.
Okay.
Pewter is its favorite.
Hmm.
I don't know why. We've only been together a month or so, so I'm sort of still learning about it.
Right.
It can take quite a shot. You can have it surround you, and that is better than any shield.
Wow. Yeah.
It took a 15-foot troll's axe
Oh,
right
gosh.
to its midsection. I didn't see a chip come off it.
It's incredible. Never heard of anything quite like it. Must be must have paid a good price for it, or come across it somewhere pretty special, I imagine.
It's in the areas north of the Hitari villages. They call it the coastal waste. Maybe you've heard of it. Dreadful place, cold and wet. But I did a great service for one of those tribes, and its shaman gifted me this.
Oh, I know where that is. Nor the Hitari.
Roll for me.
Okay. 8.
Boy, do you not.
Okay. I might ask a little more. Name's not familiar. Be somewhere close by, or
Oh, no. You know the peninsula. Due north of there, across the water.
okay, yeah.
There you go. Take a look. There you
Gosh.
are. You just cheated.
Well, it's hard to remember. I'm really bad. Brees is good with maps, but I'm really.
That's what you're saying.
That's what's
So, I
going
mean,
on.
so you would know then it'd be what? It would be
I mean, that's far. Yeah.
northwest and really far.
Yeah.
I mean, really far. I
Oh,
mean,
man, indeed.
If Gorb is 10, 12 days, using road,
A month. Yeah.
I mean, that's, yeah, I mean, easily a month. It might be a month to get to the port that you need to then
Right.
sail to the coastal marshes.
Wow.
Um, so,
Say I've one day I hope to travel that far. I've only been around the Axia and the and Narga is here. Although I've been to Convergence a few times.
All these names are strange to me.
Oh, okay. Then we can.
Where do you recommend I go? I didn't wind up here exactly by choice. One of the problems with this little beauty is that scrolls can sometimes go screwy on you.
Oh, wow. I tell her that I can tell her about the magic shop, Mulia's, and but other than that, the town is pretty small. Not going to find too much here.
Well, good place for a rest. You're like, I have never known rest here.
Yeah, no. If you like goblins and intrigue, that's. I do. I can offer a little bit of knowledge. This is the Lady Miagral's town. Actually, she's in a keep just north of the city.
And what do the people think of her?
Oh no, I mean she's well respected, crafty, but we're subject to loyal to her.
Just? Is she a
Oh
just
yes,
ruler?
that's right. She was described as just, from what I heard. Yeah, she's just a ruler.
And these little orcs you've got running around, what should I know about them? There are no such people on the peninsula.
Oh, you mean goblins? Wow.
These are goblins.
Yeah, no, I grew up among them. It's strange to meet someone who's never seen them.
They exist only in the major cities, from what I hear, in the peninsula, and they're only in few numbers.
What language is she speaking, by the way? I mean, obviously not goblin.
She's speaking Thax.
Okay.
But yeah, the accent is
Right. Yeah.
So what of the goblins? Like, she wants to know the nature of the people.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll tell him, pretty much.
Her?
I tell, her what I know about the goblins.
Your opinions?
Yeah. Yeah. If you can joke with them, usually can get, as long as you're on their good side, they're usually pretty decent.
Do you want to tell them about matching wits and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
She's like, well, they sound like a softer people than the sea orcs. Well, what are the tales of these lands? Where does one go to make a name for oneself here?
Well, there's an evil sorceress, Verilag, and if you want to challenge her to a duel or something,
Or roll for me.
91.
Or send your snake up there to eat through the chains.
I mean, I did think about that, like the metal, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm done involving new people in this nonsense. I don't even just met this person. That is a good thought. Just lead her to the volcano. Like, hey, come with me. It is an interesting thought, though. I have this person right here. It's like if they just they're so gung ho about it, and they just teleport to the volcano and see what happens. It'd be crazy.
You start a business free, 10 gold a ride.
To go.
Or just come see the demon. Come see the demon, and you just teleport people for money.
Oh, Crown would be so pissed.
The only evidence that you leave behind for Verilag is the large souvenir shop that you build.
Oh my god, it's fantastic.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, to make a name, I don't know what she asked. I guess just for in different sites or different, places of interest for adventurers to explore.
right.
Um, you know, um, I'll tell her about the battlefield that I went to between an old battlefield between Pen and Goblin kind of clash. Another,
Right.
tell Pen or another desert people to the east of here.
Right. Yeah. Just sort of give a layout of, oh,
Right,
you've
a
got
lot of
this.
undead around there. A couple trolls I saw walking.
Um, she's surprised to hear that you have trolls here too.
Right.
She asks if you've been to the troll clans, the troll nation that they established at the base of the peninsula.
I have not. I don't intend to go soon.
She says, nor should you. Um, Not till you can kill a troll as quickly as they can kill you.
Hmm.
Um, Trolls' rights are well respected there, but while they aspire to be a civilization with stores, stables for great burdens, beasts of burden, and so on, fights are still settled by club.
Hmm.
And they glory over the fact that their club is stronger than yours.
Hmm.
Um, so she starts in on a story. She talks about like one of her favorite times, and she goes. Um, she's done a lot of stuff in the cold area. She's done a lot of stuff um, on the peninsula, um, and she talks about seeking but not being able to find um,
Oh, interesting.
the lost tunnels of Tersh.
Okay.
And that's, I'll send that name to you. And so the idea was that the Sea Orcs attempted to tunnel through the mountains to have a secret invasion into um, a secret invasion path into Garamore, the dwarven nation there, and instead they found great wealth, and so it sort of had to be abandoned, just to um, make use of the wealth, right? I mean, you can keep tunneling, but then you're going to be walking past all this gold, all this, and so on.
Right. Right.
But supposedly, a sorcerer named Tersh fabricated a creature out of mithril
Goodness.
inside those tunnels. They lost control of the creature, and it slew the workers. It slew the guards at the entrance of the mine,
Oh.
and it brought it. I mean, it just brought down the mine. And so that was several hundred years ago, somewhere in what is the Sea Orc nation called? I've just lost it. Well, it doesn't matter. In the northern part of the Sea Orc nation is where they were attempting to do it, um, and she talks about like one of the big strategic questions over the Sea Orc and Dwarven sort of battle tension is who can take out whose ports first. Because that's going to be a major deciding factor. And So the idea was to build it toward the coastline and then hop on a road and then go. And so run the armies. But like I said, that all went south. Um, so so that's the biggest detail, the biggest story that you get from her. And is there a specific, like 2 or 3 questions you want to ask before we have you?
You know what is really funny? I just thought about is the cult of the 9 stars, 9 stars, 7 stars, the 9 stars. I mean, if she's kind of from a different region, that might not, offend her as much. In fact, she might know something about it.
Now,
Does that logic make sense, or am I thinking?
I'm thinking though your particular belief in the cults is that your belief in your religion is that your religious belief is that the the place to look for such things is in this region and south of here.
Oh, that's
There is.
yeah. I had a description of it here. I've
Where's
forgotten
mine?
where.
So weird.
Concentrated in the dwarven lands
There you go.
because it looks like the dwarven star.
Right. So it would be
Or also the Elven Imperial Navy in the Third Reign. So
right.
forts and colonies in that area, which I guess that's more southern peninsula.
No, the elves there would be the elven states just right next door to where you are.
Okay, so never mind. So she's from a distant land. Okay.
So although you can, if you trust her, which I guess we should do an intuition roll, right?
Oh, sure.
So roll on
65.
So yeah, your gut feeling on her is good. She might be a little self-serving. Clearly, her big weakness is her own comforts, right? Like she's indulgent,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right now she has the wealth to maintain that. Um, but she's not a bad person.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
could she be swayed? Yeah, she could be swayed. Now a question that occurs to you is, she has no dog in the fight about the secrecy of your cult, the propriety, the properness of your cult.
Yeah.
You could say, I'd be very interested in, if you just start to stay in this area, any information you find.
Right.
She's
kind of an impartial, party.
But you just warned her that, certain religions, most religions in this area are not going to be happy with knowledge of this. And so I don't want to get you in trouble, but, I mean, that's an idea. And just have her send word, as a favor or whatever, or, hey, Arpin.
Hey. No, absolutely. I think that's kind of along the lines of what I was thinking of, is that she's impartial, so I could persuade her, see if she's willing to help. And she definitely has more, resources. Well, I mean, she has less because she's a foreigner, but she has more because of her experience, and getting that info. So,
right. So, all right, roll for me. If you want to run it by her.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I do. 98.
That is so funny. That is exactly what I rolled. Roll again and add it.
It has to happen. 17.
Oh man, I thought I was going to land on a 1. 67 is what I got over here. She's perfectly willing.
Well, okay.
And she's like, sure, if I come across that mark, and she's very quiet about it. She totally respects that this is a big deal.
If I come across the cult of the nun.
That's right. That's like what we did in my buddy Mark at Dragon Con. Oh, it's so great. Oh, it's such a great story. Everyone be quiet. We don't want to wake up Mark. Oh God. But I was RPN, since you just joined us. This is just a completely extravagant, boisterous adventurer who's come into the Adventuring Guild and is talking with Brise. She's been quite an experience. She has this bejeweled. Obi-Wan wants to know about Brise's cult. So a cult, of course. I want to just let's define cult. We just mean a minority religion, right? Quinn posting a line from our buddy Mark. Anyway, so oh man, you're killing me, Quinn. And so it's just a minority religion. It doesn't mean evil necessarily. Sometimes they are. Sometimes that is to say that they do have nefarious purposes because they believe less in the value of life, less in honesty, more in the role of violence in a faith and things like that. But a cult here will meaning a minority religion, particularly one that is frowned on by larger mainstream religions. So you've got the description there. Why don't you describe to them?
Sure. The society named the Nine Stars believes that.
No, that's fine.
No, it's basically a religion whose main tenet is that all beings should be capable of magic, but some power has or some forces sealed that away.
Organized religion.
Forgotten. Oh, sorry, what?
It's it's largely.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, literally, organized religion has kind of taught us that. That's the opposite, sealed that away.
Right.
So the Nine Stars is to undo that teaching, to unlock that potential. And so goal right now is to find the sites associated with the Nine Stars, and some of which I believe are kind of located in this area in the Dwarven States and along the coast. What else do we got here? Yeah, a lot of other people in this minority faith have been searching for the last 150 years. So, it started by an elven woman named Letram Eodaris. That's a mouthful.
Right,
and 600 years ago.
Right, and otherwise, it's just an offshoot, really. I mean, I guess.
Still worship the same gods. It's just the
right. The belief is that the spread of this organized faith of these gods has sort of taken magic from the people and concentrated it in the clergy.
Right.
And otherwise, their beliefs are identical. It's just that they believe that there's an unhealthy restriction of magic in present day practice of the faith, when that shouldn't be the case. It should be available to all, that everybody has the capability to cast spells and access magic.
And there is because of some oppression and some early violence regarding the cult, there is like a secret language. There is some secrecy to it. So one day I'm sure I'll just come across some secret writing. I've yet to use it though.
Yeah, you've not really been able to focus on it. You did come across one promising.
Yeah, one lead.
Yeah. Which is not bad for such a such a obscure, hard to find sort of thing. So they want to find these holy sites, and then hopefully they'll find something there that will unlock this ability and undo the damage that organized religion has done.
Right. Disorganized religion.
That's right. So
it's my favorite.
So what were in talking to this adventurer then, and talking to Ravish, I asked you if you had any questions specifically before we move you to camp.
No, I don't think so. I mean, let me check my goals if I had any pressing questions. She wouldn't know about the Philistine. Mm-mm-mm. No, I out of curiosity throw it out there. It's like, do the great eagles wander far up there?
Honored among the dwarves, of course.
Okay.
Great sources of good there, and even in the coastal wastes. They are well known by the tribes there.
Okay. I say that's it's a little different here. You should be wary that eagles are viewed as a bad omen among the goblins.
And what of your elves and men?
I believe it's good, right? They're
Yeah,
also
good to neutral, right? I mean, they're just
revered or otherwise. Okay. Yeah, other than that, though, I don't really have any direct questions for her.
okay.
If I think of something later, maybe I can bring it up.
Sure.
We'll just kind of insert it there. But other than that, I'll definitely say, yeah, meet again, and it's a pleasure talking with you. And
Take your leave
take
and
my leave. I was curious if, like, in that type of interaction, is it like, would other people come to join us, to start talking, or is that kind of like social?
I roll for that.
Yeah.
Like it took me a long time to learn as a game master, like not to make the common rooms passive, right?
Right.
If you
Right.
walk in, I should roll. Does anyone approach you?
Right.
And so that's what I've started to do.
Mhm.
But the fewer people, the bigger negative the roll gets, right? The odds are less that they want to interrupt or that they have, And so with just two people in the room beyond yourselves,
Mm.
it would take a pretty high roll. So,
Yeah, interesting.
so you're going to ride out to your place
Yeah,
or you
might as well.
teleport?
I like riding. We're not in a rush, so we'll ride out there, scanning the skies, for any eagles hovering around.
Yeah. All right, roll to navigate.
So if I recall, actually, let me just do a quick look at my teleport spots, because it is my teleport spot, but where is it? Oops. Oh, spot. No, sorry. I know I wrote it down. Left front.
It's weirdly not far from
Yeah, it
that
was
fake
close.
area.
Key.
The area where you guys would fake magical rituals.
Yes, it was close by there.
So it's on the valley. It'd be on the valley to the west of the keep.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't write it down here. Valley West.
So it's a valley that really the keep overlooks.
Yeah.
Um,
I could have sworn I marked it somehow. I don't know if you remember that. If I marked like a spot there, some like an X in like a tree.
oh, that sounds familiar. I know you found because you walked around and looked at stuff. I remember.
Yeah.
You could teleport. I mean, you could roll and just see what your memory says about.
Or yeah. I was going to see what my notes say, but my memory's faster. 58.
Yeah, you feel like you could get there.
Okay.
X.
Well, I mean, I'd prefer to take my horse so I could just
Sure.
go on a ride. And I've been there once before, so I'll try to just use my memory to navigate there. Hopefully, I don't get too lost.
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
Set up camp. Let's say you spent 15 silver at the tavern just with drinks and tips. Are we going to put you to bed and wrap up, or do you want to push on?
Yeah, you know, let's. Yeah, I didn't realize. God, it flew by. It's almost 9. So let's. I do got some. Got to wake up early tomorrow. So let's finish it off.
Okay.
Maybe do our bedtime. Hopefully, nothing wakes me up.
Right.
Stay over campsite. I'm just catching up on notes. So campsite down the keep.
So I'll do your rolls while you're doing that. How about that?
Sure.
So
So I would make a fire. You know, just if anyone
yeah,
wants to see the smoke.
maybe make it a little bigger than you have to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, weather's nice. Maybe sleep outside.
Yeah. Absolutely. Stars.
Um, so yeah, you no dreams, sleep fine. You feel like you've shaken off the last of that illness
Right.
that was dogging you. Um, and you wake to sudden wind, which is, you realize, an eagle,
Oh.
a great eagle, standing a respectful distance from you, and so as not to throw embers on you. And he tells you that only you can prevent forest fires, you asshole.
Fine, there's a forest fire. What are you going to do about it?
That's right.
One
You've seen before.
Brilliant.
So it's Rhea, the younger female.
Right.
And should we stop there?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave off on. We're gonna start with Rhea.
That's right. And Bunny pointed out that that Rhea the eagle knows Smokey.
Rhea the Eagle and Smokey are.
Smokey the bear, right? Is like, yeah, my name is Smokey. You're like, is that a sick joke? You're supposed to be helping prevent forest fires. What the hell?
At least he's not called Smolder.
That's right. That's his naughty pictures. That's his website.
That's my cousin who always starts forest fires. Like the Berenstain Bears uses this whole like family tree.
Wait, Bernstein Bears?
Bernstein.
That's it. I got you. Burn stand of trees bears. Well, guys, thanks for joining us once again. It's been a lot of fun. Episode 56 is in the bag. So please like and subscribe and so on. Hop to donorbox.org / keep us streaming to give us a little money if you love us. You can also find Max on YouTube, where he discusses video game music and the arrangements of video game original soundtracks. Thanks always to Elliot Dunovitz for Brise's character art. You can see more of her terrific work at artstation.com / Tortolua. And I've written a book that I'm pretty proud of called A Shore Too Far, and you can find that on Amazon and get it in ebook or in print. You also find links to all kind of great stuff, including donations in the book and all the various websites. You'll find those in our description below the video. And as always, we really appreciate you hanging out with us and making the chat lively and keeping us laughing. We will be back next week, I believe. I don't think there's any conflicts.
Yeah, back on the 13th.
Yeah. So we really hope that you guys will join us for that. And we're gonna just keep spreading the word and hoping to get more people on the chat and so on. So if you know anybody interested, just let them know and send them the information. And we'd always love to have them. Max, say goodbye to the lovely people.
Man, this session went by fast. I can't wait for next week when we find out what's going to happen. All this eagle nonsense. Yeah, See everybody. See you next time. Have a good night.
Yeah, you guys have a good night. Thanks for everything.